I guess that'd be nice.
Yeah, I know. They can hear us, but they can't see us. I don't see anybody in chat.
Oh, yeah?
But I know sometimes, like, Brett will listen, Dave will listen.
Oh,
Hey, Eric's in. Alright, so we got somebody. So
oh, cool.
I'll take this face to face.
I'm sitting here still playing with this, trying to get caught up.
Good evening,
There
good
it is.
evening.
Oh, we're still having your cutting out problem going on here, brother.
No. Am I cutting out? For you? Oh. I can fix that. Hang on. No. JT's hearing me cut out because this mic sucks.
Auditors get a hold of it.
No, I just need to use that microphone. How you hear me now?
Yeah, hello.
You hear me better?
Still sounds muffled.
That's a sucky microphone.
Oh, I'd say, damn it, Dylan.
How about now?
Oh, let's give that a try.
All right, let's give that a try. Anyway, people that matter, the ones that are watching, can hear me.
Art says you sound good.
Yeah, it's just a setup for you and me in Zoom.
Well, shoot, let me, no.
I should be able.
Can I do this? Now, let's see. What? Where are you at? Huh. Now I should be able to hear you better, but how do I mute this over here?
I don't know.
Oh, it's too weird. Screw that. No.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, anyway, what were you saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Something about, well, no. Never mind, that wasn't you. How's things your way?
Doing pretty good. I ain't done shit.
I had to go pay bills, damn
I'm
it.
sorry. I gotta go take care of some stuff at the bank tomorrow. That's my day out.
You gonna get a candy bar?
I don't know. If I'm good, I guess. Depends on how I drive, if I cuss people out.
Yeah. So you've gone how many weeks now with no blood?
4.5.
Okay.
Trying to
Well,
quit.
you don't want to get rid of all your neighbors.
No, you gotta keep low profile sometimes, even if it means a little hango pain.
Yeah.
Although I'm starting a list. So what is this? They gonna let Showman out or not? Or is this just all show smoke and mirrors, look at me, we're trying to do something, and they'll forget about it.
Well,
You can't hear me.
I'm losing my damn mind. I'm halfway in the middle. Hey, hippie.
That make any difference?
Oh, anyway. Oh, James Comey's got his butt in a sling this again.
What do you do
He
now?
posted up a picture of some pebbles in the sand. 86-47.
Okay.
Yeah, that means kill the president. Kill President Trump. 86-47.
Okay. So is this something somebody made or something he really did?
Something he made.
No, no, no. But what I'm saying is it AI or is it something he actually did?
No, it's what he posted up.
Okay. Huh.
But Christy Nolan had said something about it.
You have an echo now.
I can't have an echo.
So they're all upset about that trip President Trump made to the Middle East.
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, I get it. They want to give him a plane, not a diamond.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, now it's he took Elon, he took the other two AI people. One head honcho from Nvidia.
Yep.
Because we want to get rid of the tax and give the breaks to his rich billionaire friends.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think you should take the plane. Fuck them.
It's the old communist. Hit them with everything. Keep so much crap going that they can't get anything moving forward. Hell, it's like the Republicans in the House or the Senate. One of them sitting there trying to head out for the summer. Take a break since last week's break wasn't long enough.
Yeah, and this week was so fucking hard. We're not gonna vote tomorrow. Today's the last day for voting.
Oh, and hell, what about old Ben from Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah.
My God, did you see how he's sitting there looking for the cops before he started getting real loud? He wanted to make sure that they were in the right spot for that camera shot.
Communist bastard. I hope they log him up.
They were just throwing him out in the hallway and shutting the door on him. So,
I know, but I want him
because
locked up.
but it was the usual suspects. I think I saw Medea Benjamin get picked up and put out in the hallway.
Now, see, it's not so bad that he's such a libtard. But back in, early 80s, and yeah, early 80s, he made the comment that if he was ever president, he would make driving restricted to 35 miles an hour nationwide. And I've hated him ever since then. Then I learned that he's a libtard, so.
Yeah. Well, the only thing he missed doing that was also putting the stop sign every block all the way across the highway system.
Well, I'd invest
Everywhere's a four-way intersection.
I'd invest in Midas and Meineke and all them brake specialists.
Yeah. But damn it, how can you justify people wanting to get poison out of our fucking food?
I don't know how you fight that. I don't know what ground you stand on that makes it make sense.
You know, it just wobbles the mind.
It does. But it's like with drug prices. They're bitching that he's getting them too low. He wants them to cut too much. Make that make sense to me. Free
I
wouldn't
know it.
be free enough.
Yeah. But oh, do you know what today is the anniversary of?
I did. Hang on, hang on.
50.
Oh, I did too.
Uh,
Remind me.
May 5th, May 15th, 1800, President John Adams ordered the federal government to pack up its offices in Philadelphia and set up shop in the new capital of Washington, D.C.
Oh,
Adams told his cabinet to make sure the new capital was up and running by June 15th, 1800.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember. I knew it had something to do with the White House, so it's the anniversary of the White House.
Well, actually, no, because remember, it wasn't the White House until after the Brits
All
burned it
right. Yeah, you're
in
right. You're right.
1814. Dirty, rotten, stinking, no good.
See, this is why I don't advocate anybody that don't smoke dope. I used to know this shit. History and science were my two best subjects.
Were you of a grade where they had you memorize paragraphs and shit, or like reading the Declaration of Independence?
Oh yeah, at one time I had it memorized.
Uh,
I know the preamble, but I used to have the whole thing memorized because we used to have that and the Constitution. You used to have to know all the articles. Shit, you think I can
that's
remember it? I know what the Second Amendment is.
the opening of the Gettysburg Address
Yeah, four score and
7 years ago,
7 years ago.
fourth a new nation.
the new nation conceived in liberty and justice for
Now, yeah, she's rambling it off in the back, and I'm getting tongue tied. I used to know all that shit. Now I know consumption junction. What's your function?
That's how I learned all this stuff.
I am only a bill
Yeah.
upon capital. Let's go. That's
But I'm
right.
gonna be a law someday. Oh, I hope and pray.
But
Oh my
hey,
God.
at least we grew up in the generation of boob tube.
Yeah, true boob tube. That was just the idiot box.
Yeah.
Anything with a screen, it just keeps them kids glued to it. I mean,
Subliminal effect.
I was just gonna say, subliminal messaging works. Look at them. They actually have sidewalks with flashing lights at intersections, so they don't walk into the street anymore.
I used to like to watch them fall into those little wading pools,
Yeah, anything.
like at
Yeah.
malls and shit.
Oh, it's just stupid. I I I
Yeah.
I use my phone. I love my phone. I don't rely on my phone. I'm not attached to it, I can set it down and walk away for a few minutes.
Yeah. Shit. Only reason I use mine is probably watching some live show while Tana's at an appointment.
Well, that's
You
it.
know?
That's what I'm saying. I use my phone like that, or I'm up at my brother's and we need to, Google something. What's the dimension of that, or what's the gap supposed to be on that? Quick look up, or or
Whoa, whoa,
what it's
whoa.
designed
Hang
for.
on.
Make a phone call.
Hang on. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Sounds like you were using that shit properly again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say
Well,
that. That was supposed to be the
man,
quiet
it's
part.
okay. It's all right. I know you just smoked a bowl. You wasn't thinking clearly.
Uh, yeah, but they're gonna catch on if I keep slipping up.
Bastards.
They might accuse me of dastardly deeds.
You could put him in a huff or a snip.
Oh, not a snit. No, we can't go snit. Because after that, it's tizzy, and full blown tizzy, forget it.
So people will be called upstart and everything.
Oof. It'll be a ruckus for sure.
But dang it, I couldn't find it. One of them other Arab countries had given President Trump the highest honor medal of their country,
Oh, no shit.
like the Presidential Medal of Honor
Yeah,
for
yeah,
civilians.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was all gold. So I'm sure they're going to be all over that.
Yeah, but he can accept it as long as he reports it.
It's going to my library. He's reporting everything
Yeah,
anyways.
but that's what I'm saying. He's not profiting on it, and he's reporting it. It would be an insult not to take it.
Exactly. That's not a good way to bring home trillions.
But if he puts it in his pocket, goes home, and all of a sudden 3 of his shell companies has large deposits overnight, now I got an issue with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So any dignitary wants to give you something, take it, but report it. If you're gonna cash in on it, report it as income. Pay your taxes on it.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much shit Hunter keistered on the way back over here from other countries?
Oh my God! It doesn't even have to bother himself to keister it. He probably just walls through a duffel bags full, gold, silver, you name it, anything untraceable. It would be so easy because everybody was so crooked.
But now it ain't working. Hell, even Keir Starmer, did you see what he tweeted out? One of the last ones was talking about he's had 25,000 illegals removed from the aisle. And he said that we're going to make sure that those migrants know that we only speak English in the UK.
Okay. Trying to see a downside of this? You got a Brit with a backbone now?
You know, well, because they've been warned, I'd imagine that Trump's going to be sanctioning them or putting bigger tariffs on them because of the way they're putting people in jail over speech.
Yeah. I did see where that group of libtards were mouthing off to a bunch of people online, and now they want sanctuary here in the United States. No, you picked the fight. You stay there and take your licks now.
Yeah, shit. What is it? Hell, they were trying. How many of those South Africans come over here? 59.
Yeah.
But they've got themselves all worked up. It's an invasion.
Yeah,
70,000.
59. Oh, we could let in 59 every hour and not touch what they let in.
And hey, we're also checking their backgrounds and shit.
No, come on. Now you're just over the top.
You know it, man.
Oh. I just want an immigration policy like Martha Binions has.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Just say, hey, look, what's your standard? because we saw what
Well,
they did in under 24 hours.
well, look at it this way, man. He's already said Alcatraz, and now they've taken over Rikers Island.
Yeah, that's
What's to
awesome.
say New York boy wouldn't want Ellis Island, you know?
Yeah.
Hell, remember what he did when we went out there and did that skating rink? That was what, back in the 80s?
Oh, that's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, they have, where is Rockefeller Center? Yeah, they didn't have funds to bring it up one year, or construction was taking a long time. So he just took his own money and ran up there and did it. This was before he got real big.
Oh, no shit. No, I don't think I ever
Yeah.
heard that story.
Well, Ivanka was a skater back then, so
Yeah,
Daddy's
okay.
got to get Princess what she wants.
Hey, it worked for a while.
But no, he's evil.
I'll bet you even George Washington was a prick.
Oh, it was, man. One time he was the largest distiller in the United States.
Yep. But in all fairness, the United States weren't quite as big either. Yeah, I just. So what else is going on? They're still mad that we found out that we don't need celebrities and politicians to tell us what to do. We just need solid leadership.
You think? So they're still kicking around the idea of letting out old Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, they are. No, personally, stop fucking around because I see this playing out. They're just gonna let it ride the headlines for a while. They make it look like, hey, look, we're gonna do that, and the poor bastard's just gonna sit and rot in jail. I think he needs to come out tomorrow, and everybody that was affiliated with putting him away needs to be brought up on charges.
Yep.
Anybody that benefited from him being put away needs to be brought up on charges and serve a
Well,
minimum, at least what he served.
hey, don't forget he got stabbed in there
Yeah,
too.
okay, we'll add that in too.
Yeah. I think they ought to have to come out with that gold coffin because they didn't bury that.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad deal. They keep overlooking the fact, there was 4 autopsies done. 3 of them didn't jive with what they were trying to sell.
Yeah, but at the time they controlled everybody. It
Yeah,
was even, and if you didn't control me, anybody that wanted anything in life went that way because that's the way you advanced. You had to grease their palm, not, do the right thing. You had to grease palms. And they all ended
yeah.
up being liberal.
Yeah, we know liberals always fail upwards.
Yeah, I think everybody associated with Derek Chauvin ought to be at least as long as
I'm
he
sorry.
served.
I know the answer is just not paying attention, but really, how did we get to the point where it's okay to start just taking away people's rights, whether
Because they
when they've
honestly
done nothing.
they honestly thought your generation, my generation, was just gonna go, I'm out, let them play. They honestly thought we would go, okay, let the kids have their fantasy. No, they greatly yeah,
Yeah, it's the same thing that got Nixon back in 74.
yep. They underestimated us. That was the fucking word. Thank you.
Yeah. And people just got fed up with what was going on because, those idiots were bombing colleges and shit.
Yep. Yeah, I don't get the whole terrorism thing. I'm not joining your cause because you blew up something. I'm not joining your cause because you blocked an ambulance or you killed somebody. No.
Mm-hmm. They want to make out January 6th as the worst attack ever on Capitol Hill. But no, in 1983, there was some libtards who went up there and blew up the Senate building, I believe.
But it was them. It was their affiliates. So we can't
Yeah.
say anything about that. No, let's get that out of the news. Look over here. Quick, somebody try to kill Trump again. Get a spotlight off us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's always in play. What was it? Day before yesterday, they just decided to put it in the paper. Oh, the Ayatollah has put out a hit on Trump.
Oh, geez.
My question is, when did they never have a hit out on any American president? Since
Exactly.
since the 50s.
But Trump is in negotiations again over this whole nuclear shit.
Oh yeah,
That we
bring up old
almost had it.
stories that people
We almost had him.
missed him by that much.
Yep. But not only did we allow him to seek nuclear, we paid him. Yeah. I'm sure we gave him the uranium. So
Oh, oh, don't forget the old boy out of Pakistan that was jumped around. Hell, he's the one that gave Kim Jong Un nuke material
yeah.
or the everything he needed to do it. He was selling him to I forgot where all, but he was out of Pakistan. Hell, they chased him down all over the world, put him back in there into Pakistan. So said he don't do that.
Don't do that, bad boy. But what about that one we traded for that basketball player Dyke there? Fair trade, yeah. By the way,
Well, now come on, he's done good in his life since he's been out. He's ahead of some state or something, and still doing what he was doing before.
fair trade. And the
Yeah.
sad thing is, our person is still doing what she did before, sucking at basketball.
Oh, that's what that's called.
This is my only my opinion. It does not reflect the show in any way, folks.
But we can blame Dylan.
I don't know. I really don't know Hippie well enough. I mean, he could be putting on a good face on Zoom, and when he's in the shadows, he could be with a teddy bear in his coloring book and saying, "I'll get them motherfuckers. I'm gonna show them." I don't think so, but
I,
could be.
I wouldn't think so myself either, but
Could be. Hey,
stranger
Nathan.
things have happened. Well, there's Nathan. How's it going down there, Nathan? You getting hit with the rain bombs? That's what they called it on the Weather Channel or whatever it was.
A rain bomb. Must mean a lot of
Yeah,
rain at
rain
once.
bombs. Was like a tsunami type.
But they got a lot of mud problem in here. Well, I'm sure the cities and the towns and the suburbs are built up enough. You know, you got enough infrastructure, but you get off the beaten path, and that's what I've been seeing anyway. I know the TV shows you the worst and the best just to get the ratings, but doesn't look pleasant. It looks like our season. You know, we get about 3, 4 weeks of that. Just mud. Everything is just caked on. Gets on your tires, wobbles and bangs. You got. I mean, it's. You
Yeah.
better buy a subscription to a car wash.
And they actually have those down here. You can pay a subscription. You can wash your car as many times as you want a month.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea when you get somewhere that uses salt on the road.
I saw something rather interesting. You know how we've been having the allergies?
Yeah.
A lot of people have a lot more allergies. Seems that people have overregulated stuff to the point where they're telling people to put in male trees. That's what they want people to use. The male tree puts out pollen, but the female of this of the genre uh, has fruits and berries.
Ah.
So they gay bombed us that way, brother.
Huh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Not a bit.
I say government needs to stay out of shit.
Yeah.
We've proved we can live without lawyers. We proved we can live without celebrities, sports stars. You can't live without a farmer. I say stop
No.
this bullshit. Stop those stupid regulations. Stop letting
Yeah.
this department run this part of their farm and this department have this say. No, let that farmer go. His meat just better test good. His milk just better test good. How he gets there, I don't care. If it comes up clean, it comes up grade A, we're good to go.
I agree. Yeah.
But he should be able to
Goes
buy a
up.
tractor at $500,000 plus and be able to work on it himself.
Yep.
He shouldn't have to buy a subscription to use this $500,000, $750,000 rig.
Uh, and the best part about something like that, your food will be local.
Yes, and cheaper. So cheap they'd probably give it away.
You mean they'd be eating it and stuff?
But look what they did with the dairy boom. The government cheese program. So canned vegetable program. Really, dude, it's not that hard. Especially where you're worried about the chickens. You know,
Well,
it's a no-brainer.
oh man, what was that? They found some kind of transmitting device and solar panels and shit that the Chinese have in all of the solar panels.
You know what? I never thought of that, but now that you've said it out loud, I'm not surprised.
Why not just hand the grid over to your enemy? That makes sense to me.
Well, I always, my brain always lent towards, well, we're getting all this stuff from China. They've got a kill switch in it. You know, I didn't think of the transmitter kind of deal, but same, you know. But
Yeah.
now that you've said it out
And how
loud, it
much
really doesn't surprise me.
how much of that stuff is tapped into the grid?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And what do you? I don't even begin to know how that shit works. How things hook into how the network works. But
Mhm.
somebody out there does, and you can't
Yeah.
tell me. I mean, I've seen the movies where it travels through the lines and affects your toaster, so it's got to be doable. It happens on
Yes, and when it
Hollywood.
sparks and goes pow, it goes out.
Yep.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Kind of like kind of like that old boy you was showing us last night. Hey, Brett. But still, man, that goat that was running into the fire.
That was that was insane.
What the? I mean, what? You know, goats, yeah, they eat a lot of stuff. Maybe it was hallucinating or something, but
But he had two of them that were doing it.
yeah, well, you can get the kid. It thought its mama run in there.
I don't know. That was wild.
Well, they say it's not good to eat mad cow.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard nothing about crazy goat.
Maybe we ought to think about researching this. I don't want to eat a crazy. I don't eat goat anyway, so suppose I would if I had it, readily available. It's just not a meat we eat up here.
And just remember, you can only get kuru from eating undercooked brain from grandma or grandpa.
Yeah. Last I heard though, it was beyond super rare because well, obviously the cannibals are dying out.
Yeah, them racist people tried to breed it out of the peoples.
I don't eat cow brain. I won't eat pig brain, so I'm not eating human brain. Not a worry, brother.
I know you're a thigh man.
Ugh. I watched a guy sit down and eat a plate of those brains. I just lost all my appetite. I don't know why either. I mean, I've eaten some pretty sketchy shit, but
But is it as
oh
gag bringing as what's in somebody down a big tub of oysters?
oh
Oh, God, no.
well,
Not that.
yeah. See, I don't know.
Gag inducing. That's it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And people have contests like that.
Oh yes, I live in the land of seafood. Yeah.
I put cheese in all
Oh,
them dinners.
and they're sitting there having them in those clear containers. So let's no,
Ugh.
no.
No, no. It's just some things that's meant for last resort only.
They do it with scallops, too.
Yeah, they'll eat those
You
scallops
know,
right out of the shell too.
Scallops, oysters.
once in a great while, maybe around the holidays, some smoked oysters.
No, not even.
Keyword being smoked.
Not even.
Steamers.
I don't even want an oyster nugget. I just want nothing. No oysters. No. Ah.
No matter what you say, every once in a while you got to have a nice anchovy on your pizza.
Now, anchovy. I don't like fish, but a good anchovy, salty as a mother, kind of does add flavor. I don't know if I want to eat the whole piece of anchovy, chop that fucker up, spread it around, but
Yeah, but it doesn't compare to chipped beef.
oh, I love chipped beef.
Oh, salty.
Just so salty and dry. Oh, put that in that gravy, throw it over some toast, yes, or some biscuits.
Yeah, that's heaven.
Uh huh. It's as close to heaven as you can get. still wake up tomorrow, and you may not wake up tomorrow because your arteries will clog overnight. But that's what we would get when we would go to the field. We'd get real chip beef on toast. When we were home on base, we would get whatever meat they had, ground meat, probably a
Yeah.
mixture of lamb and pork and beef, uh, gravy. But I always preferred the original chip beef, that salty. It's just got a different texture to the meat. It's yeah. Fill it full of black pepper. So who else has been in the news?
Ain't seen anything of interesting. People have quit fighting, so
Well, I'm waiting for Chauvin to get
but
released and watch the riot start. I mean, we got to bring the summer in.
get them done so it'll be cleaned up by the 4th of July.
So they say the chicken population is starting to come back up.
Oh,
And a lot of experts say it's because we stopped killing them.
no.
I know.
I want proof of this.
I'm hoping it works for the beef. I really wouldn't mind beef prices coming down. Coffee, oh my god! But the coffee really isn't tariff related, or I guess they had a bad growing season. Well, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, but Nathan, if you're going to do that, you're going to have it with beer or you're going to have a harder liquid.
You need to drink a fucking handle of good whiskey before you could even look at an oyster. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Oh, man. Northeast side of town over here in Oklahoma City, they're opening up what is it? Crawfish Bay.
Oh wow.
Wanted to bring that back. Same thing as a lobster boil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything in the pot and pour it on the table. Yeah,
yeah,
just with crawdads.
yeah. For us, it's clam bakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I I've tried crawdad again. It's seafood. I know it's probably mostly mental. If I really could just break that mental block and just enjoy the taste, because typically when you do crawdads, it's a Cajun seasoning spice kind of profile, and I love that flavor. I love that seasoning. I just can't get by a water bug going into my mouth. No.
you like that on seafood. I'm that way with sweet potatoes,
Ew.
but it's so weird. I can eat acorn squash and have no problem, but I will get physically sick trying to eat sweet potatoes. Well, I
Really?
used to. I haven't tried it
Yeah.
in
Well,
years.
why would you? I mean, if you were getting sick, I'd stop eating them too. So no, I'm opposite. I don't like acorn squash at all, but I could eat sweet potato if I had to. Sweet potato fries, because you're frying it, so anything fried is good.
Yeah.
But as just
No,
sweet potato, no, I'm not a big fan, but I can eat it.
Blue Hubbard squash, I
yeah.
love that.
Because there's always candied yams in the holidays.
Oh, somebody always got that and green bean casserole.
Ugh,
You set that
Oh,
in front of
shit.
me and we're fighting. I'm sorry.
that's gross.
That's all over down here. That can't get away from it.
Oh, I have no use, no desire for any of it. The only specialty dish we gotta have is pink stuff. Kind of like a jello salad kind of deal.
Jello, pineapple, Cool Whip, strawberry.
Other than that, we're simple folk.
Yeah. Well, I know it's summer because I got the wants for some ice cream. Give me a half gallon ice cream this weekend.
So we can't do that because, yeah, I want some ice cream. Okay, so we'll buy ice cream, we'll have a bowl, and forget we have it up in the freezer because we don't need a lot of sweets anymore around here. And you know as well as I do, once you've opened it, it don't last very long in the freezer before it gets that ick on top. And
Burn. Yeah.
yeah, but I forget I have it up there
Yeah.
because I'd much rather when I get to munch, I much rather reach for the meat sticks.
Well, it's a good thing because I was going to tell you, man, pay attention. I know you don't get bread, but talk to somebody you know and ask how long a loaf of bread they can leave out if they don't eat it all.
Forget it, you
It
can't.
burns. Yeah. Well, and it doesn't mold.
No, Oz does up here. Holy shit.
Not molds with
Well, if you got good bread, yeah, it will.
We don't buy the best, but we don't buy store brand either. So,
Yeah.
haven't even been buying it.
but we haven't been buying it because we don't eat bread.
Unless it's a biscuit. Then I'll eat a biscuit.
That's why I have no problem eating, bread once in a while or having a candy bar here and there because I don't eat enough of it to make a difference in my diet.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would say that. Me, Jim, said I don't eat sweets anymore. I collect sweets because I'm the kind of guy that'll look at something on the counter and go, "Oh, that looks good," and I'll buy it thinking I'll eat it on my way home or I'll eat it when I get home with a cup of coffee. Never happens. It gets thrown in the snack drawer.
The opposite. Once it gets home, it's in my domain.
Oh,
Nothing like chasing a little bag of little Debbie donuts around the house, batting it around
oh,
like a cat.
yeah. I remember those days. But we stopped by the. I had to go to the doctor Monday morning, early, early. So Kelly got up with me, and we stopped off to McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's breakfast sandwich in a long time. I used to be able to polish two, three of them away easy. Couple of hash browns, cup of coffee. I got two sandwiches, and I ate one for lunch.
And we didn't have
I
supper.
couldn't finish it.
And we didn't have supper that night.
Yeah, and then I didn't eat supper that night. So yeah, that diet
Well,
did something to me.
yeah, but it's not. You're not. Uh,
craving shit.
it, you're not starving or hungry in
No,
between when
no, I'm
you
not
eat.
hungry. I'm not forcing
Yeah,
myself not to eat. I just don't want to eat no more. And like
yeah.
I said, when I think of a snack, like right now, yeah, I could munch something. I've been popping a little bit. So, but my mind doesn't go to candy bars, puddings, cakes, ice cream. My mind goes to what meat sticks do I have up there? You know,
That could be a good thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather crack open a can of potted meat than a snack pack. You know. And I know, processed. I know. I do hear you. I do listen to you, but sometimes you got to eat the processed stuff because it's good.
I used to get a little antipasta tray every couple of weeks. Have all the salamis,
Oh,
prosciutto. Yeah. So
oh,
yeah, I know. I understand completely.
yeah.
I think I've never had that. Prosciutto.
Prosciutto's good, but I haven't had salami in a while. I used to buy it quite often. And a good pepperoni. I'm not talking that Hormel or that whatever, you buy it at a stick in the grocery store. Good pepperoni. Damn, now you got me hungry. And I just had supper. We had pork chops for supper. Oof.
Hmm. Crap. Mhm.
Hey, Cheryl.
There you
Oh, hang on. Let me hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. I like it, but it's not as good as the alien with the haircut.
go. Yeah.
What's it say?
No, it was the guy with the lawnmower cutting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's cute, but the alien was kind of that was cool. I wouldn't recommend it, but it was cool.
Baked chicken and green beans.
Well, it would work on Dylan. I think he could do it. He walk around with it.
No, because Dylan won't cut his hair that short. I mean, I'm talking short. He's got 30 more years before he can grow hair as long as yours.
You know, no, you
These kids got to learn. You got to earn your way. You don't just get this shit. You don't get to look like that. You don't get to act like that. You got to earn it.
let me count the waves.
Damn these allergies. But the weather's been so nice, you got to open the doors and windows.
Sure.
Too early for air conditioning.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, I mean when it's in the high 60s, oh shit, nothing like it. Get a little breeze coming through the house.
Let's see. Hell, it just hit 79 right now.
Oh,
Ugh.
I'm not okay with that.
Um, I had that air conditioner on last night in the bedroom, nice and cold with my special fan. Yeah.
Oh. It'll be all right. I don't mind sleeping with the AC on. In fact, I like it. It's just the noise. Cause that means I gotta turn my TV up a little louder. It just throws off the balance. You'll get used to it, I know, but
Oh, so we did all that rigmarole with the air conditioning, and we did like most red-blooded Americans did after that. Went to Amazon and ordered another one.
nah, yep. Wait, clean up what I got, order another one.
Well, Mama says, "Get it, you get it."
Yep.
What the?
Oh, I thought you had something to show.
Well, I guess it is, brother.
No, I thought you had something to show.
Oh,
You
no,
explained.
I
Oh my
hadn't.
God! And I was all excited.
Dylan's pinup. Dylan's pinup. Did you want to see that?
Oh no, do we have one?
Yeah. Watch your eyes.
Wow. I don't have words.
Jim, what do you think flowers for?
Now let me clarify this. It's not that I don't have words because of the size of the individual. It's the pose in the dress, the state of dress you chose to be in. Just dress appropriate, please. I suggest a muumuu or a circus tent. But I really
Back in
don't
the
find fault in anybody's size. It just please dress for it. But then again, that's coming from a guy that spent 18 years on the floor at Walmart. Spandex became a right and not a privilege because I remember the 90s. Let's get physical. Oh no, let's not.
No, dude, it was worse than that. You got to go back to the early '80s.
No, that was Richard. Whatever, what's his name? Simmons.
No, Iron Maiden. Everybody had spandex. All the metal bands.
Oh no, but the metal band could get away with it, even if you were 400 pounds. If you're in a metal band, you got away with anything. I'm talking about every day, going out. See now, pajamas took over for spandex. Now everybody's in pajamas. What the fuck is up with that?
Hi, Cheryl.
If you're going out, dress your just dress your silly ass.
Yeah,
I don't care if you wear short pants or long pants. Wear pants, please. Women, wear pants or a dress, please.
but nobody ever told the ones running around in pajamas, man. That was how you told who to put in the nut house.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. And especially in areas that have that redneck hillbilly backwoods kind of label. Why make it so obvious? Try just you know Put on your good jeans once.
No, I blame fucking Andy Warhol. Everyone will be famous for 15 minutes.
Oh, yep. I was famous for 15 minutes, yeah. Actually, almost 30 minutes because I did another 15 minutes. So,
Well,
wow. You know, I know this dead air is not good, but it just feels right. This is what the world needs. Just chill out. Sit back, bullshit, laugh, giggle, tee hee, make fun of something. We don't have to blow nothing up.
can, can we burn weenies?
We could burn weenies. Take your frustration out on a marshmallow.
Whoa. Next thing you're going to be saying, it'll be like graham crackers and shit.
Yeah. Hell,
Oh,
let's go all out. Pull the stops out, chocolate. Mic drop.
get a little wild with the dark chocolate.
Ooh, okay. Checkmate. Yeah, I'm a dark chocolate guy.
It kind of runs in the family, don't
I
it?
my women like my chocolate and my coffee strong and better. Oh,
Well, my friend,
yeah.
you
Looks
better
like
ready to
about
go
that
hang out with the
time.
cool. Yeah, let's go hang out with the cool kids.
Let's go do it. All right, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for watching
everybody.
us. I know it was a kind of a slow show, but it was one of them nights. But it was fun anyway. And come back and see us next week. God bless. Say a prayer for America.